morning, everybody. My name is Turag, and I'm from Tempest Advertising. Welcome to the 10th Open Minds session. It's a great pleasure to see many of our old people who have been attending almost all our Open Mind sessions to be here again. And I do hope that you will enjoy this session also. As you are aware, today is a very interesting topic that has been chosen because I think that is the flavor of the season. Today, most of us and most brands are slightly confused about what's going to happen in the future, and there is some amount of fear and sadness in almost every one of us. So, how brands can restore happiness is an interesting topic, and we have with us Mr. Tarun Singh Chauhan, who requires no introduction in the world of marketing and advertising. As you must have read, that he was the president of Low Lintas, was a managing partner of JWT, and has led many very, very successful campaigns in India. And he is a very sought after advertising professional. I wouldn't like to reveal some of the brands that he is behind today, but many of the brands that you see today, which are very successful and who are in the news, he has played a very important role in creating those brands. So without much further ado, I would request Tarun to start his talk, and just a few hygiene announcements. Please try and keep your mics on mute as far as possible. And whenever you have any questions to ask, please unmute yourself. And those who are speaking, if they can switch on their camera, because when we get a recording, we get a blank screen. So it would be very nice if you could switch on your cameras when you are speaking. So thank you very much for this. And Tarun, this is all yours now. Thank you.
Okay. How do you want to run this, Tarun? Do you want to run that ad I sent you?
Yeah, sure. You can. Would you like to do it yourself?
I don't know if I have it. If you have it, you play it. Otherwise, I will play it.
Please play it. You can share the screen.
No, if you have it, just do it. Nah. It's easier for you. If it's not, that's fine. We can move on.
It's on my phone.
Okay, then leave it. Yeah. I have the same problem. It's on my phone.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. There is an advertising that is currently doing the rounds on social media. It was a piece of communication that was created in 2008. It was for a brand called Idea. I was hoping to show you the ad, but I am not technically very smart. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there's someone on my group who's going to play it for me. Can I just hold on for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there will be someone who will play it for me. 1 sec.
Maybe he can just send it to us.
He's playing it. Just give me a minute. Shanta.
Very impressed with all the books.
I'll have to show off something, no?
That's true.
If you don't have the content, show the books.
Just like you, Tarun.
This is my little den here. Hang out the whole day.
Okay. I've got only staircase.
I know, it's good vastu. Okay, so I'll continue. There's some problem there. Yeah. So I'll continue. So this is an ad that was run in 2008 for a brand called Idea, and the ad was very simple. It was an ad about a schoolgirl not getting admission in a school, and then they end up teaching through a mobile phone. Yeah, and then finally she wins in life and she passes exams and things like that. And Abhishek is the principal of the school, and all the good things happen in life. Yeah. Now that ad, for the last 2 months, I must have got it from at least 10 different sources. 10 different people have sent it to me. Why am I saying this? And there's a reason why I'm saying this. There's a very significant role a brand plays in the life of a consumer. And that role is very clearly defined in terms of what the brand does for the consumer. At a base level, it promises something very good. It promises change. It promises happiness. it promises a very basic fact that from point A you will move to point B because you're using this brand. That is the role of a brand in a person's life. Yeah? When Saurabh spoke to me last week, we were generally chatting, and he calls me up for various things, and we were chatting about this, and he said, "What do you think will happen?"
Tarun,
And I said, "One of the things."
You want to play it?
You have it?
Yeah, it's Sunil's. One of our participants has just sent it to me, so if you want, I can play it to you. Right?
It's a lovely ad. I love it. I love seeing it.
अंदर कहाँ आ गई? बच्ची को स्कूल में पढ़ाना है। एडमिशन फुल है। चलो गांव में
I hope you can see it.
तो कैसे पढ़ेगी? मेरे पोती को भर्ती को गांव में स्कूल नहीं है तो कैसे पढ़ेगी?
एक स्कूल में सबको कैसे पढ़ाऊं? आइडिया है।
Good morning, children.
Good morning, children.
चुप.
Good morning, teacher बोलो. Good morning, teacher.
Good.
2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. 2 5s are 10. 3 4. Elephant. कौन करे बच्चे? Go big. मुर्गा बन जाओ. 2 4. Yes. 4.
And the best student of the year is Lakshmi Raghav. What an idea, Sarju.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Sunil.
It just sets the context very nicely.
You and guide.
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry,
Full
sorry,
story.
sorry. One
best
second.
price. English lo cha. French. German.
Sorry, that was YouTube playing again.
Okay, good. It just sets the context very nicely. Yeah. Let me just give you a little background on this because then I can build from there. When we launched Idea in 2004 or 5, one of the big struggle we had was that how do we compete with Airtel and Reliance those days? So the whole game was try and tell a story that is futuristic. Try and tell a story that is in the area of possibility. It may not be true, but it may be possible. And technology will make it happen. Yeah. So if you look at the series of ads on Idea from 2004 onwards, Last War, Walk and Talk, and then this one, each of these put the consumer in a new journey. And the journey was about possibilities. And it is possible that this may happen. Yeah. Now, when you come back to what brands do in situations like what we are currently in, I think some of the brands globally are taking a consumer into a new journey, the journey of possibility, happiness. Therefore, how do I move from where I am to where I want to be? In my head, is it still complicated? Are things very mushy? These are questions that need to be answered by brands. And the reason it is critical that these are answered by brands is simply because brands navigate that journey for consumers. Globally, Coke is doing it brilliantly. Nike is doing it now. BMW is doing it. In India, there are, I think, still brands struggling, trying to figure out what to do with this current situation. But for us to come out from where we are today to where we want to be is a journey that brands will have to take charge and navigate the process. Navigate the process of sharing happiness, navigate the process of sharing positivity, navigate the process of telling new stories, celebrate small stories, and this is damn complicated. Okay. Yeah. So if you look at it from these filters, you realize why are, okay. Let me play back a little more. I'm trying to build an argument as to the role of brands. If you look at Coke, for instance, from 1920s and 30s, they started the story of happiness. America was struggling. They needed a brand that created a bridge between what was going on the streets and wealth. Coke played that role. Levi's played that role. Harley Davidson played that role. You can just go on taking names of these brands who actually create a bridge between what was happening in the real life and where the consumer wanted to be. And even after 100 years, 125 years, these brands are still very strong, very solid. They're still standing by the same core values. For us to move out from where we currently are sitting to where we want to get to, I think Indian brands need to start playing that role very, very quickly. And I'm not talking from a pharmaceutical point of view. I'm talking from a basic mindset point of view. I'm talking from a happiness point of view, health point of view, journey point of view. The kind of messages you read every day on your WhatsApp in the morning, this creates a lot of stress in your life. That stress cannot be relieved by a prescription. That stress can be relieved by a journey you participate with a brand. Like, let me tell you, there are youngsters who are waiting for shops to open because they want to go and buy stuff now. A lot of people have asked me what will happen after COVID. I keep telling them that people who manage to sustain the 60 days are going to have a gold rush post the 60 days. Because there will be a whole lot of people who will go out in the market and want to get this anger out. And this anger will come out how? The anger will come out through shopping. Their vent is going to be shopping. Shopping is going to be eating out in hotels, picking up brands that will make them look good, cosmetic brands which will do extremely well, clothing brands which will do extremely well. I recently told someone that brands like, sanitary ware, tiles, paints are all going to revive simply because people are fed up of seeing their homes for the last 60 days. Most of them are going to come out and say, okay, let me change this. Yeah. And that is the joy that a brand gives a person out of this mess. And for you as a custodian of the brand, you need to be there to be part of this journey. And it is waiting to happen. It's a matter of another week, 10 days. You'll be surprised how people are going to respond, how people are going to react, how people are going to just go out there and do what they think will give them joy and will give them a lot of gratification of the lockup of last 45, 50 days. And the only way to vent that is by purchase. There's no other way of venting it out. In good old days, you went hunting. I think hunting is not an option anymore. So the only other option left is to go and buy. So they will go and they will raid shops, they will buy, and they will have a blast. Now, organizations that have acknowledged this and are getting ready for this will see a huge upward curve in what they do for a living. FMCG, for instance, personal care, hygiene products, wellness products, products to do with home care, products to do with construction, will see a huge boom, huge boom. And that boom is not, why is that boom there? The boom is not there because somebody wants to go blow up money. That boom is a direct relationship between your last 45, 50 days of anger is equal to how do I liberate myself through a process. And that process is nothing but shopping, which is equal to happiness. And the role of your brand is going to play that role of giving that gratification for that moment. I've had a lot of conversations with people from various categories or industries you can't even imagine. And I've been telling them all the same thing. I said, it is absolutely bizarre and stupid to lock yourself up because of where you are currently. Start getting ready for what's going to happen after 45 days. So what's going to happen after 45 days is very different from what's happened in the last 45 days. And that change, bikes for instance, let me tell you, there'll be a huge spike in bike sales. A lot of youngsters are going to go out and buy bikes. Because imagine a 19-year-old who's been locked up for 60 days. He's just burnt in his head. And that is where a good solid brand will come and play a very positive role there. Yeah. So if you look at historically, if you look at the last 100 years and do a mapping of all the brands, you will realize whenever there is a down, stress, anger, famine, war, post that there will always be a brand that will emerge. Because that brand would have given them some amount of gratification of some stress point that has happened over the last 2 years, 1 year, 6 months. So this is the a role a brand will play in creating moments of joy and happiness that people are going to grab from the 8th of June or 9th of June, whatever is the date. Yeah. I've been talking to a lot of my friends across the country where markets are slowly opening up. You will see a stream of people lining up at malls and shops and stuff like that. And yeah, it's nothing but simple. It's brands that give you happiness, which is out of this absolutely stressful period. Now, you want to have a conversation about the stressful period? Nobody wants to be reminded. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to think about it. It's a phase. It's a dream. It's over and done, dusted and gone. And I keep giving this example to some of my friends. We are all given up eating chicken because of a chikungunya. Okay, we all became vegetarians and we became whatever we became. It lasted for 45 days. Chikungunya went, everything we forgotten. Yeah, but the human mind is not processed to remember things for too long. It responds to anything positive very, very quickly. And if you're in that game and if you're playing that game quickly, I think you're part of the gold rush. And the next 60 days to 75 days or 3 months is all about telling happy stories to a bunch of happy people who want to participate in a happy journey. And whichever brand is ready to do that, the game is on. Yeah. Saurabh, you want to open it up? I can't hear you.
Okay, so that's nice that you feel that people are going to come out and start shopping and economy is going to start booming once again. Now,
I'm not saying booming. It's not about economy. I'm talking about consumer.
Okay.
I don't want to get into GDP and economy. That's not my scene.
Consumers will make the economy.
Yeah.
But what this first question that I want to ask is that at this time, what should a brand do?
What is your core? As a brand, what is your core? If your core is about strength, then tell stories about strength that will make you feel better in life in the future. If you're like, for instance, BMW. Okay, BMW worldwide, their story is joy. Yeah. If you look at the new communication that's coming out of BMW now, it's about how do you celebrate joy post COVID-19. Yeah. If you look at Nike, the new film of Nike that came yesterday, it's about celebrating fitness. So you figure out what your core is, yeah, and find a way of landing that core in your consumer's mind. And it has to be positive and it has to be extremely happy. No one will listen to sad stories. We're done with it.
As a matter of fact, today in the morning, I got a forward on WhatsApp which says that COVID will disappear if all news channels are locked down for 14 days.
I think it's a very, very, because it had to happen I think the government should have banned it 15 days back.
Okay.
Because you can't live like this. How long do you live like this?
Absolutely. So good. So now that the floor is open, I would request anybody who would like to comment or even ask a question, please go ahead. Please unmute yourself and start discussing.
My boss wants to ask.
Okay.
Hey. Tarun, what about tourism industries like hotels?
So I'll tell you on the tourism front. Okay, I yesterday saw an article on Twitter that Spain has opened up tourism. Yeah, they opened up tourism. Italy's opened up tourism. I am not saying India will open it up so quickly, but I don't think so. We have an option.
But
We'll find a way.
But how do we go to Spain or?
It'll all open up. There will be flights opening up from next month onwards. You will find the mean point.
Okay.
How do you stop people from not traveling and not eating? It doesn't sit in my head. It sounds dangerous today. It sounds unreal today. But my sense is that it will settle down to a pattern. It may not be like the past.
Okay, I know you're not an astrologer, but still, give me a time frame. Is it 1 year? When?
No, I don't see 1 year. Tourism is a very big industry. They don't have 1 year. There are countries like Africa that survive only on tourism.
Yeah.
How will they run their country?
Okay.
Day before yesterday, on the 1st of June, Ranthambore opened up, Tiger Reserve in Rajasthan. Okay, it's there on social media that they opened up on 1st of June. You can go there. The moment the flights open up, you can go there. People will let you come there. Yeah, there will be precautions, checks and balances for the next 3 to 6 months, but you can't hold this down for too long.
So there is Rajan Nair. I'm sure you must have heard of Rajan Nair. He has asked the question. So Rajan, if you're still there, can you please go ahead?
Yeah, Turab.
Yeah.
Thanks. I actually posted the question on the chat itself, wondering whether he would spot it and answer it. But I'll read out the question again. One moment. Yeah, I felt that revenge shopping, like what Tarun was saying just now, is very much possible, and everybody is waiting to go and hit the malls. But the other side, unfortunately, is that a lot of people have lost jobs, and there are severe pay cuts, and people are limping back to normal, very slowly. So, can they really afford to splurge? And will they start doing it in a very cautious manner?
No, I agree with you. I'm saying there are job cuts, and there are people who are cutting salaries of employees. All this is the reality. Yeah. But I also believe that a lot of moratoriums are there. People are not paying EMIs. There is money in the pocket. The money may not be as much as we want. They may not be able to shop as much as they want, but there is money in the pocket. And I also think, and this is my personal view, I also think that a lot of jobs that people have lost, they may end up getting a better job than that. Because once things open up, life has to get back to normal. A guy who's making tires will have to start making tires. How long will he keep it shut?
Okay.
Yeah, very true. Let's keep our fingers crossed on this.
Babu, who has raised his hand. Mr. Babu, in case you have some question, please go ahead.
Yeah, Tarun, conflict between, is happiness a state of mind or is it governed by heart? And is the consumer governed by heart or his mind?
Consumer is governed by the heart. You can't give a rational argument to a consumer. He'll never buy your product.
Right.
You always give him an emotional argument.
Right.
Someone to buy a Louis Vuitton bag for 1 lakh, you have to give him an emotional argument. Otherwise, a bag will cost you 5 grand, 4 grand.
Right.
It's a heart decision. It's never a mind decision.
That's why they'll spend money even if they don't have it.
Yeah, they'll figure out. They'll beg, borrow, steal, and spend.
Right.
That's why if you look at credit cards, they boom at this time. Most people exhaust their limitations.
तो एक शायर ने बोला था, लाजिम है दिल के पास रहे पासबाने अक्ल, लेकिन कभी कभी इसे तन्हा भी छोड़िए. So I will also let my heart govern my mind. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So Sandhya, I think, has a question. So, Sandhya, would you like to go ahead, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Tarun.
Hello, Sandhya.
Yeah, I'm Sandhya. I work for Tempest. Now, I've been talking to a lot of these millennials, okay? They look at happiness differently. One of them is my own son. It's a very different take of happiness, which is so momentary, it's almost fleeting. It's just an experience that they discover along the way and they just consume it. It is not dwelt on. So post the lockdown, since this is a very big consumer base, the millennial and the Gen Z, do you think brand stories in the way we have done it in our time work, or will it just be a very quick tactical thing with something that connects with it?
So I think I personally believe, that a lot of brands are far behind the consumers who consume them. Okay. There are very, very few brands who are traveling the journey that the sun travels. Yeah.
Right.
There are very few brands that travel the journey that your son travels.
Right.
And there's a no-brainer that is a journey you have to travel. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than those, very huge brands and all, the other kind of brands, the mid-size brands and all, like whenever we go to a client, it is like all this is fine, but will it drive sales? See, there you're leaving a bit of the emotion behind.
That is why the client remains small, no?
Huh?
That is why the client remains small. For you to be a big brand, you have to talk to a larger audience with a common minimum emotional level of bonding. Yeah, if I'm talking to a 19-year-old deals with Nike, McDonald's, KFC very differently from a way he deals with a older brand. Yeah.
Right.
In the world of a 19-year-old, the ecosystem is very different.
Right.
It's a different ecosystem that he loves. You may not like it.
Correct.
Yeah, he loves his football field. He loves his McDonald's. He loves his KFC. He loves his Coke or Pepsi, whichever brand he likes. You have to be part of that world. He's not going to come into your world.
Yeah, that's true. But
Correct?
I'm just saying.
And let me just finish the point I'm making. Yeah. So even a 60-year-old who is currently in a minority has to be part of that world.
Correct.
You cannot say, I am like this, therefore this is my world and this is your world. There's only one world now. That's the millennial world.
Okay.
That's the world because they are consuming.
Right.
And we are very few. There are lots of them. You might as well talk to them.
Yeah.
Apple talks to them. Samsung talks to them. Nike talks to them.
Yeah.
Ferrari talks to them. And they get it right.
Yeah. They get it absolutely.
They get it right.
Yeah,
let me tell you something very bizarre. Okay. Since your son, I'm giving you an example. Adidas launched a track pant 3 months back. Yeah, you don't get it in the store. So all these fellows are wearing it. I find it absolutely. I mean, it's a track pant. I still don't understand what is so unique about a track pant. But they will all wear the same track pant with the same logo sticking on them. They will beg, borrow, steal, and buy it.
Yeah, true.
The Nike Air shoes launched yesterday. Nike Air. Yeah. It's 65,000 rupees. 65. For a millennial who's 19 years old, who's not earning 1 rupee in his life. It is out of stock.
The parents.
Whatever it is. I am not getting into a process. I am telling you what's going on in this world.
Yeah, true.
The next Apple 12, you will not get it for 1 year.
Right. So, Tarun, in that context, this people are exposed to so much of content. In fact, some of them even create their own content with these platforms and things like that. So, do you think brands should be sharper and different, or is the happiness and emotional story still the same?
It's the same. Everyone has a heart, like Babu said, it all functions. You have to talk to that heart. Okay. You have to change your tone.
Right.
You can't be dated. You can't sound dated. You can't sound like your grandmother. They're not interested.
True.
They don't have time for your stories.
Yeah, exactly.
If your stories are boring, they will create their own stories.
Exactly.
So you find a way of engaging with them and let them generate stories for your brand. Right. That's how big brands operate.
Right.
That's how Facebook operates.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tarun.
Good. Any other question?
With 1 year. I can see two.
Yeah.
I can see Rekha and Shailesh.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Tarun. Rekha here. My question is, recently you said that a lot of brands like the tiles and sanitary wares and all will go up. Okay. So I'm also looking at redoing my house for last 1 month. I'm getting a lot of ads from interiors, but their execution is a problem because where is the labor? Second point is they are charging more than the regular price because I got the quote a year back. Now they are making the quote double because we don't have labors to execute. So how will brands take this up?
My sense is there will be a reverse migration very soon.
Okay.
Because what will that labor do in UP and BR? They have no work there. They will come back. Let's wait another 15 days. You will get your proper rates.
Okay.
Okay. There is a question from Mohammad Arif which says.
No, there's a question from Shailesh.
Shailesh.
Waiting.
Hi, Tarun. Shailesh here.
Okay.
Hi, Shailesh. Hey.
Hi, Tarun.
Hi, Shailesh.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, Tarun. There is a Modi ji has given he told that made in India. The new product, all the launches are there. How it is going to be compete with the international brands? How much time it will take? Suppose, for example, if you have a made in India product, and the branding has to be done for that, and branding has to be level of international level, then only the international people can buy. So, how much time it will take to develop that market?
I don't know. How can I can't answer that question.
No,
I can give you a different answer. I'll give you a very good example. There was a brand called Nirma. Okay.
Sorry?
There was a brand called Nirma which came and shook the market up.
Yeah.
Detergent. It came and changed the whole game. Then it decided to become like Surf. Yeah. So the point is that if you want to be an Indian brand and if you manage to crack an Indian insight and an Indian value, stick with that. You will become a very big brand. Don't try and change your values and don't try and change what you stand for, because that won't work. So I think Made in India is a good platform, but finally the consumer has to pay money for what you're going to make, and it has to be of world-class quality. There's no consumer doesn't buy because it's made in India. He'll buy because of great quality.
Okay. So you meant to say that it is going to take, for example, I'm going to compete with any international. Nike, you had given an example. And if I'm coming out with a new product and for the shoe segment, and the costing what you told is 65,000 for it, so it's going to take ages for me to reach that level.
No, you don't need to. Why are you competing with Nike? There are people.
No, I'm just giving an example. I'm giving an
example. There are two-wheelers. If you look at Bajaj and Hero,
yeah,
they are possibly the best two-wheeler brands in India. Big international brand are trying to make an entry into India. Not getting an entry because these two guys are holding on. If you have a great product, if your quality is good, and if you have a great price point, then Made in India is as applicable to any category as anything else. Yeah, we don't have a shoe brand from India, but we've got other brands. I'm sure at some stage we'll have a shoe brand.
So you mean to say that it is going to take a lot of time for us to reach that level?
R&D.
Okay.
R&D, nothing but R&D.
There's a question from Mohammad Arif. Mohammad Arif, if you are there, please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Hi, Tarun, sir. Hi, everybody. Good morning. So, with this impact of COVID, the conscious living part of everyone is talking about conscious living and limited consumption. What is this going to impact on the brand consumption?
I think once it opens up your money in your pocket, those rules don't apply.
Minimalism and everything. So, is that going to be the part of the story of the brands?
Why would it be? Everyone wants to live nicely, yeah. Who wants to live badly? Nobody gets up in the morning and say, today I want to be sad. Why will anyone get up in the morning and say, I want to be sad today? You want to surround yourself with things that make you happy, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it is your shoe, your car, your laptop, whatever that makes you happy is what you live with. Nothing, they are all jargons, minimalistic. Yeah. It's all individual.
Fad kind
works
of
for
stuff.
You, what works for you?
It may be a fad for a particular period of time, but in a long run, they are not going to stand.
Yeah. Somebody would have started it. It will go away.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Does anybody have any further questions?
Hi, Tarun. Anil here.
Anil, hi Anil. Good to see you.
How are you?
Very well.
Anil, your voice is not loud enough.
Is it loud?
Bring your mic a little closer.
I am on the headphone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's your view on print, Tarun? Print is not in a happiness motion. So
why are you setting me up for this?
No, where will all these happiness brands come in? What are they going to use?
I think print will come back. And I'll tell you why print will come back. Because Indians naturally are readers. We love to read. Maybe the role of print will change. The product will change. The product will have to change. Because I think print has not, as a product, not changed over the last 20, 25 years. It still does what it's been doing. Like when someone said, information is very updated nowadays. Print will have to recalibrate itself to the new way of reading. But print will come back. Let me tell you, Anil, there are a lot of regional papers who I keep talking to. They have none of these problems. They will come back. They will be there.
Okay, good to hear.
Indians love to read, yeah. Without reading, it doesn't start.
Good to hear that.
Yeah. I am very positive about print.
Okay, there is a question from Duty Wagre. It says, hi, my question is, we just spoke about spreading happiness with an example of an idea ad, but how does a startup project happiness?
So a startup also has got a small base of people to talk to. Yeah, it is not going to be as big as an idea or a Nike, correct? You can with your product tell your story in a positive, happy way. Just because you're a startup, you don't have to be negative or you don't have to be sad. Because finally, if you start, I don't know what a startup does, correct? I'm assuming that if a startup is in a FMCG space, there will be people who will be consuming your product. Give them good stories.
The startup is basically, so there are two aspects to this, right? Generally, when we talk about recession, there's a cosmetic lips index that we talk about. They say when in times of crisis, the sale of cosmetics tend to go up because they bring a happiness on a gloomy day. But so there are two aspects to this. In the era of masks today, how do you think the cosmetic industry is going to take shape? And how is that going to project happiness? They're like two sides to the coin.
Are you telling me that you will stop buying cosmetics because you're wearing a mask? I'm just asking.
No. I mean, I don't think there's a certain section who might not, but there are certain.
Nobody will give it up, ma'am. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Mask is a function of being careful. That is not a function of making me feel good. Correct?
Right.
The largest sale of cosmetics happen in Middle East.
Right.
And you know what they wear over there.
Yeah.
So there's no link at all. So don't complicate it so much. It is very simple. You have a cosmetic brand. You want to make women feel good about it. Go and tell them that.
Okay.
Buy your brand.
Okay.
Great. So there's a question from Pushkal Upadhyay. Pushkal, why don't you please go ahead?
Yeah, sure, Turab. Good morning, everyone. So, sir, my question is, as you said that between brain and heart, the brand should focus more on heart. So, as a marketer, what should be the strategy? It means between emotional as well as functional, which one to give more weightage, or which one should give more weightage to emotional than the functional benefits?
The relationship with the brand and the consumer is a relationship between two people. Correct? How do you deal with your best friend? You deal with your best friend having a conversation with your heart. You don't get up in the morning every day and give your friend logic about life. You will avoid your calls. Correct? You have to tell your consumer stories that they resonate with. And you tell them good stories, they will talk to you more often. If you look at Idea, if you look at Bajaj, if you look at Tata Tea, if you look at Wonder Cement, all the brands we built over years, we don't give rational, logical stories. We give emotional stories. So this brand will enable you from point A to point B, and that point B is a state of happiness. It could be anything. It could be building a house. It could be buying a car. It could be buying a bike. It could be using cosmetics. But the new state is a happier state from where you are. And it is an emotional story.
Okay.
Right, sir.
And Shumanto has a comment to make actually. Shumanto Chattopadhyay, are you there? If you can discuss your point. Hello. Okay, I think he is not there. Right. So let's go to the next question in case anybody has. Okay. Tarun, you have anything else to add? Oh, there are two people who have raised their hands. Let me just check who they are. One is Krishna Shastri.
Hi.
Yeah, can you please go ahead?
Yeah, hi. Hi, Tarun. Great insights, Tarun. Thanks. Just wanted to know, how do you sell technology through technology? I'm a technology company. How do you add emotion to technology?
Okay, I'll tell you. I'm sitting on a laptop and I'm talking to you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it to you as simple as possible. I don't want to give a complicated answer. Yeah.
Okay.
On this laptop, there's a sticker that says Intel. That processes this laptop. It's the most complicated technology of this laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Intel has never told me how it works. They told me what it does. Okay. If you tell your consumer the story of what the technology does, then rather than how it works, you'll have no. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Thanks.
The problem is we get too caught in our technology. That's the problem.
I know. I keep telling this to my marketing folks.
Yeah. You will tell them what the technology does for the consumer, rather than Apple is the most complicated phone in the world. But you'll never see any communication from Apple that talks about technology.
Yeah, thanks, Tarun.
Shastri, also there is some proof behind on your shelf. Maybe you should look slightly behind.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so
right, yes.
So that's the emotional pitch for selling technology. Great.
Yeah.
So, Tarun, anything else which you have? Anything which we can take away?
No, I think it was quite an intense conversation. Very nice.
Okay.
I hope it was worth your while. And yeah, I think Shanta wants to ask one question. She put her hand up twice. You can unmute your mic. Will you tell her? You can unmute your mic.
Okay. I think until...
yeah.
I was asking that everyone seems to be wanting to do everything on social media. Why is that?
Okay, I want to answer your question differently. Okay? And I'm sure you don't get angry with me, okay? This is to answer the previous question. Saurabh, who was the previous question?
Shastri.
Hari. Okay. I'm going to build on Shanta's answer based on Hari's question. Yeah? This was in 95 or 94. Yeah, computers were introduced into India. And all of us were asked to go for computer learning classes. Okay, and I must say this, Shanta, that's very important. Yeah? We were asked to go for computer learning classes. And so we all used to go for classes. I was there, Shanta, a couple of us were there. And that teacher went on and on about how important that processor is. Shanta said, well, I'm not interested in the processor, tell me what it does for me. Yeah? That's the power of, that's what we should remember when it comes to technology. Don't give me stories of what technology does. Tell me what it does for me as a human being. Yeah. Now to answer Shanta's question, television, print, radio, outdoor used to be primary medium, Shanta. Right? Today, primary medium is social media. Your starting point is social media. Then you support it with print, radio, TV, and other mediums. That is a new mix. And people living in denial will get nowhere.
Okay. So Sunil Srivastava, who gave us the idea ad, he has the question for you. Sunil, please go ahead.
Tarun, just before you leave, since you handled so many Indian brands, could you elaborate as to why there are no great international brands coming out of India? Is it the scare of the manufacturer, or are the marketeers scared to go international?
No, there are a lot of Indian brands who are international. I know a lot of Indian good brands who are international. There's a company called ADF in Bombay, which sells packed foods all over Europe and US.
Yeah.
There are cooler brands, there are bike brands. In fact, 60% of Bajaj motorcycle production goes abroad. So there are very powerful Indian brands who are doing very well globally. We need to travel that journey a long way. We're still very short.
Exactly. That's my question. That despite the market, or despite there being so many local brands,
which are good, and Indian market being so large, we still have a minuscule number. Or like you rightly said about ADF, or for example, yes, High Design is the other one. Why do they have to be known outside than in India? So there's no truly Indian like a Walmart, which is equally American, equally global, or a McDonald's, which is equally American, which is equally global. There is very, very few, literally a handful of brands from India. Why is that?
Well, yoga is a global brand.
Yeah, just one.
No, I can give you a whole list.
Yeah, true,
I can
true.
go on giving you a list. I'll tell you what. Let me answer your question differently. Okay.
Yeah.
I can give you a full list. There's a list of hundreds of brands doing very well globally. Fab India, whatever. Yeah. And let me tell you the advantage or the opportunity Indian brands have.
Yeah.
In every state of India, in every category, there are 5 brands. And all the 5 are doing very well. Okay. Priya Pickle sells in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana.
Yes.
And they're very happy there. They don't want to come to Bombay.
True.
Because they don't have stocks to sell in Bombay. Right? So the point I'm making is that do you have the capacity to produce to service the international market? You don't have the capacity. You might as well go deep in the market you are and make money there. This is what a lot of brands are doing. They don't want to go abroad.
No, but what is the hesitation is my question.
Why would you want to go? My question to you is ulta.
Yeah.
If as an entrepreneur, if I'm making money in India, why would you want to go? Like Bajaj, for instance, sells 60% of his bikes in the Latin American market.
True.
Because 100cc bikes work over there.
Yeah.
No, there has to be a logic also. No? It can't be that I want to be international. Okay, but there has to be a consumer need also.
Okay.
I can't take masala and go and sell in UAE. This is where people don't consume masala, no?
So Airtel is one more brand which is international now. And let's wait for Jio.
Yes, true.
Great. So, Arun, concluding remarks?
No, I think we've had an intense conversation. Lots of good questions came up. I hope I've answered them to their happiness. Maybe you want to conclude?
Sure. I think what I have learned over the past 10 sessions of Open Minds is that every single speaker who has come on Open Minds has been extremely positive. Nobody has come and said that because of COVID or because of lockdown, things are going to become very, very tough and we are going to collapse. So I think positivity is something which is very, very critical. And that is what most people have now started thinking about. So that's a great thing that you also focused on positivity and happiness, because that's the only way for the world to go forward. I have just one remark to add is that I think besides brand, what we must also realize, and this is something like what a guru would be talking about, but I feel strongly is that each one of us is a brand by ourselves. And if we are able to keep positivity within ourselves and try and spread happiness, that will possibly make a lot of difference, at least in our organizations and amongst the clients that we are dealing with. So that is about all that what I wanted to say. And then now, if there are no further questions or nobody wants to in case anybody wants to speak up, please go ahead. Okay, so I think that's it. But now can I request my colleague Manupriya to please propose the vote of thanks. Manupriya, are you there?
Yes, I am very much here. Tarun, thank you so very much. In fact, me and my team would like to thank you from Tempest. My team would like to thank you for spreading the happiness around today. I hope we carry it forward in our talks to our brands as well. So thank you so very much for being here and speaking to us today. I'll also like to thank all the participants today for such an interactive session. You've been really interactive today and put forward some really good questions. So look forward to the next session. Thank you so very much. Tarun, thank you so much. This was quite an optimistic and a happy session for all of us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend and a happy weekend. Bye-bye.
Happy weekend.
Thank you.